Yo, what's up? So I know it's been a while, and I know it's been a while since I've done a self-help tutorial, however you want to do it. So right now, whether you are, or you're about to be, or gonna start doing refrigerated, and you have a question, after your normal initial inspection of the trailer, the body, the sides, the lights, the air brakes, the wheels, blah blah blah, kingpin, dollies, all of that, once all of that is done, then you said, well, now I need to inspect the unit. That's what I'm about to go over with you real quick, but I am going to warn you, this video may have a little bit of length to it because there's a lot that we got to go over in a short amount of time. Let's get to it. Alright, so your unit, which mine is already running right now as it is, and I need to go ahead and put it in inspect mode. Very simple and easy to do. I knew that unit was going to be loud, so I didn't try to talk. You're going to have to press that menu button 3 times, and you will see inspect mode come up, and then you're going to hit the little black button right below it. Oh, by the way, I should go ahead and tell y'all what we're going to inspect. So this is the Carrier 7500 X4. This is a pretty new trailer, man. I ain't very old. What are we looking at on the year on this? 2023? Yeah. 2023 model utility. But what we're worried about is this right here. So your main basic components on this unit, you're looking at 3 doors, technically 4. So you got 1 door right here, which we're going to go ahead and open up. You got another handle right here, which opens up your 2 that are right here that exposes your engine. And then you got the 3rd door right here. I like to start on the left side, which would be the passenger side of your truck, however you want to look at it, no matter what. And this is what we're going to go through. Quick disclosure, I may miss something. I'm human. I may not go over it properly. I may not say what technically it is, but watch what I'm doing. I'm trying to give you a foothold on what you're doing. Got it? All right, let's get to it. Your battery right here and all your connections you're going to go through, check, make sure that that's all good, nice, tightened down. You're not corroded or anything like that, which I have the caps. This is a brand new engine. I normally make sure that this control module box right here, everything is plugged in and everything's good to go and tightened down. The books and paperwork for the trailer is good to go on this. And you also got your liquid filter up there for the refrigerated part, your unit. So here's all your main copper lines. Everything is good to go. My latches for my door, all my seals are where they need to be because I don't like doors rattling, man. All right, that's all you really got to worry about on this left side. You can't really climb all the way up there and expose all of this, but just look, make sure it's all right. Now I'm gonna go ahead and shut that door. Now here's your main engine. All right, so you got your main part of your engine right here. You got, how you would say it, your air conditioner unit, your refrigerant, your cooler, your actual AC is right here. Engine, cooler right here, got it? This is the main thing right here you need to look at. Make sure your sight glass is clean. You got your max and you got your minimum level. All right, which mine is right below the bottom line of this max right there. So we're good to go on that. You're gonna also check your lines, make sure everything is covered up, everything's where it needs to be. This is your air filter. This is how you get to it. Okay, if you ever need to change your air filter or anything like that, just pop this cap off, exposes the air filter, give it a twist to the left to the passenger side, and it pulls right out. All right, which this one is very clean, good to go. You got to turn it to the right to lock it in. This cap only goes on one way, so you just have to keep spinning it until you feel it seat down. There it goes. Wait. See if it'll, there it is. That's how I had it. All right, make sure that your clips are getting behind this rim. Flip them down. All right, make sure all your electrical lines is all connected up. You got your motor mounts. You got one right here, and then you got one back here on the back side. You can see the bottom of the bolts right here exposed, and that one, I don't know if you can see it, is exposed back there. So everything is on there and it's tightened down and not rattling loose. I cannot spin that bolt. Okay, you got a belt right here that goes all the way up to the back of your radiator. Here's your radiator and your cooler right here. There's a fan and all that on the back, just like on your normal vehicle. Check your belt, make sure it's not dry rotted, cracked, torn, or messed up. As you can see, there's the fan way back there. And here you go with your fuel filter right here. You got your main engine belts right here on this side. Belts are in good condition, not cracked, anything like that, torn, frayed. Man, I can't remember exactly what it was since the last time I went to trucking school. All right, then you have another belt over here on this right side for your alternator. Everything's all good to go. That is your alternator, by the way, in case you do not know. Here's your exhaust going through and goes on up that way. All right, the little bump stops, or here, motor mount right there, and another motor mount back there. Here is where you will check the oil level right here on your unit, but I'm gonna get to that here in a second. This right here, quick disclosure. If you ever lose diesel prime to your unit, run it out of fuel or do anything like that, and you fill it back up with diesel and it just does not want to start, automatically come here and do this first. Spin this to the driver's side, that way to the right, and you'll see it's going to pop up. Watch. Oh, see how it popped up right there? And then you're just going to get to sitting there pumping just like that. All right. Now, make sure you screw this back down when you're done before you go to start your unit up again. All right, make sure all that your electrical connections and all that is good. And here's your starter right here. So your starter, it's got all the covers. Everything's tightened down good. Nothing's loose. Everything's good to go. Oil filter right here. All right, good to go. So you know where all your main filters are. Fuel filter up there, oil filter down there. Here is where you check your oil. See how I'm doing this inspection? Do not check this oil with your unit running. Do not have this unit to where it can come on while you're getting ready to check oil or have your hands anywhere around this engine. Don't do it. You will have a bad day. I told you myself, don't do it. So make sure that it is completely off. It is in inspect mode or completely shut off before you go dealing with anything on here. All right, now let's go ahead and get back to the checking of the oil, right? The other reason why I tell you to make sure that your unit's off and has been off for a little while before you go check the oil, so all that oil will settle back down here into the bottom. All right, let's clean that off. All right, as you can see, right here to the left side of your dipstick, it should say this. QTS stands for quarts. The number 2 is letting you know that you're 2 quarts low right here. So if your oil line is anywhere inside these 2 markers, you're 2 quarts low. If it is between here where the number 1 is, that's telling you you're 1 quart low. If you are in between this line and this line, you are safe. Anything over that, you are crowning, you are overfilled. And that's how you will overfill it. If you shut your unit straight off and then come here and pop this oil cap, there is a strong possibility it could tell you that your oil level is low, because this is not going to give you an accurate reading because of the fact that the oil is still splashed up into the pistons and it has not fell all back down in here. So you will think you're lower when you're really not that low. All right, after all of that is good, everything is checked, bolted down, and good to go. Maybe I should open it up a little bit. We'll go ahead and secure this door. Oh wait, no, we don't. We don't want to secure these doors just yet. All right, last and final side. You come to the right side, the driver's side, where your panel is, where all the meat and potatoes is at, right? So up here at the top, you have your radiator coolant jug, which is way up there. See mine? I have an orange, it's a pink liquid, I believe. I could be colorblind, but I am full. That's where it's at, way up at the top. This bar that is running right up beside it is your exhaust. Okay, so you're gonna check the structure, make sure all your lines, as you can see that there is a coolant line coming off your reserve tank, which goes over here to the main front radiator. All right, everything's good to go, connected here. All of my lines are connected in here. Hoses are good, that goes up to the radiator, no leaking, clamps are on, and we're not dry rotted. All right, make sure all of your electrical components is plugged in and your belt is good to go. Now, down here to the main unit. Okay, so remember, we put this into an inspect mode. I'm gonna go ahead and shut this door to get it out of my way. All right, and as you can see that my screen is flashing up, hopefully you can see that. It's telling me that it is in the inspect mode. All right, so what I'm gonna do is press the exit right here. I'm trying to get it to where I can let y'all see that. But it's basically telling you to hit the exit, which is over here on the left side. All right, this is gonna put it into normal operations, all right? I wanted to go into normal operations. I do have mine set on continuous. I'm not gonna fully go over how to do continuous start and stop, what you need to use them for in this video. But right now we wanted to go ahead and start up because some things that I'm about to be looking for. One, there's gonna be an auto buzzer. You do not wanna trust that buzzer. Yours may not work properly or make that sound or do anything like that and it just fire up. So never inspect your engine without it being locked out, because you never know if it's going to start with your hands inside here. We're going to be looking at the belts, making sure that everything's out and running good. All right, we're good to go. This is a good unit. I know it's good. All right, lastly but not least, let's go into an inspection mode. With all of the computer components on this unit, you cannot physically go in and say that those circuit boards and everything's working properly. So, is there a way to inspect it? Yes, there is. Your unit does it itself. You're going to go right here, flip up your cover. Right here where it says menu, you're going to click menu one time. See that? Pre-trip, hours meter, and unit data. You're going to click pre-trip, that button. It's going to come up with this little box right there. It says use up and down keys to scroll. And then you got the equals button. Just go over, hit equals. Pre-trip starting right there. All right, so this bar right there and the percentage is at 0 right now. It's going to start running through the whole pre-trip unit for itself. When this bar fills up black at 100%, it'll tell you right below all of this. Pre-trip unit status, pass or fail. If it failed, it is going to be in your alarms. It'll tell you what you know, what it failed for. So hopefully that video helped y'all on this and y'all are good to go, but that's as simple as it is. That's all you got to do. So now the unit's doing the rest of its check. That's how you do the unit. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. I could have missed a few things. Like I said, I did not go over the inspection of the whole trailer itself, but I was mostly focusing on the unit. Oh, one last thing before I get off of here. Also, underneath your unit, your fuel lines, you also want to go underneath there, because if you have a trailer like I have with side skirts, you want to go check your diesel tank itself. Make sure that it is bolted on. All right, so here's all the fuel sensor. That right there is going to tell it whether it's empty, low, blah, blah, blah. Here's your fuel lines right here. So, with your fuel cap spout is right there. There's the mounting bolt right there that holds it all up. And your lines and your fuel lines on this trailer goes all the way down there to the left side and goes into the safety box below the kingpin. I guess you'd call that the striker plate, the underneath striker plate, and then up to the unit. So hopefully this video helps you out with that. So y'all just remember, always push light boundaries, take it easy, be safe out there. If you like this content and you want to see some more, please leave a comment, let me know where you're at, what you're doing. So there you go. Oh, also, Thermo King's pretty much going to be the same way. They do have an inspection mode just like I did, but the buttons and everything's going to be set up a little bit different. So just know that. But it's still pretty much the same gist. Everything's all pretty much the same. Y'all take it easy. Be safe out there. Wild Man out.